Okay, I think I'm live once again. Anyone who's watching this, for one, what the heck was that? Two, I hope that god awful buzzing is gone. Any of you that tried checking out the Facebook Live I was doing and heard that horrible sound, I apologize. I hope your ears are okay. We're going to try this again. And like I said, if anyone's watching, if you could let me know if you can hear my voice or if that god awful horrible buzz is drowning me out again. That was awful. And I couldn't hear it until I went to play back the video and whoa, I am sorry. I'm like I said, I hope your ears are okay. So I'm going to just recap what I was saying. For one, I'm not wearing some funky whatever you call those things. Oh, Bernadette, can you hear me? Can you hear me clearly? Thank you. Good afternoon. Awesome seeing you. I am not filter. That's the word I was looking for. I am not using some crazy filter. For one, I don't even know how to do that. The red, yeah, got myself a little bit of sun yesterday, a little bit too much sun. Lockdown, long winter, long spring. Yeah, just went a little overboard. Got in my 10,000 steps, but I did it outside. Yeah, this is the result. I know, I know. I should have wore sunscreen. I didn't. I apologize. I'm sorry. What did I want to talk about today? Well, I wanted to talk about FIRSTS, and I am just such a huge fan of FIRSTS. They add so much joy to your life that I don't understand why everyone doesn't embrace this idea. And this is not the first time I spoke about this. There's actually a video on my YouTube channel. I'm going to guess that I was probably about 50, 50. I think I was like 51 when I did the video. I think it's called FIRSTS. I have really short dark hair and a lot of makeup on, and if you watch the video, you can see why. And after I do this, I'm actually going to go try to find that video and share it. If you find it before me, you have to go to my YouTube channel. If you find it before me, comment on it so I can see that you beat me. We might as well have some fun with this. But in that video, I talk about firsts and why we have to keep doing this. And today I wanted to share that in the last 24 hours, I've had two firsts, and they may seem so minor to other people, but I know they're firsts, and that's all that matters. I take so much joy from it. The first has a lot to do with the sunburn situation. The sun was out. It was gorgeous. It was like 21. I decided I'm going to go out on my deck for the first time, just enjoy some downtime on this May long weekend. And I had to decide what to wear. Am I going to wear a tank top and shorts? Am I going to put on a bathing suit? Now, just for context, I'm 57 years old and I'm about as far away from a size zero as I am my 16th birthday. So there's the context. Wearing a bathing suit, I have a lot of one piece bathing suits. They're really super nice, but they're one pieces, which really isn't conducive to sun tanning. So, over lockdown, I actually, positive visualization and all that fun stuff, I actually purchased a couple two-piece bathing suits for like the first time in my life. And that's not true. I wore a two-piece bathing suit one other time. I had to be in my 40s. Was going into the hot tub with the guy I was dating at the time. And it actually led to a conversation on how there's surgeries you can have that help you reduce weight. This is not the conversation a woman wants to have when she's gutsy enough to wear a two-piece bathing suit for the first time. Just putting that out there. Anyways, long story short, I chose to wear my two-piece. And the first thing I noticed, self-awareness is everything, the greatest gift you can give yourself. The first thing I noticed when I looked in the mirror was I didn't hate the image. Could I have looked better? Of course. I'm on an improvement journey. But I didn't hate the look. Yay! I chose to go outside. And if you think this red is bad, you should see my tummy. My tummy hasn't seen the light of day in years. But it was so amazing to be laying out there in a two-piece bathing suit and just loving life and loving this body that's done so much for me. So that was my first. That one you may or may not believe. The second one I think you're going to find really super hard to believe, and it's definitely not something I thought I'd be sharing or doing. This morning, at the age of 57 years old, I cut up my very first watermelon. I'm not even kidding. And here's the context behind that. My parents were super hardworking. My dad worked in a sawmill. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. When we got older, she joined him working in the sawmill. They brought in money. We always had everything we needed, but there was nothing extra. Every 2 weeks on payday, we'd go grocery shopping in the next town, and the same scenario played out. My brothers and I would see something on the shelf, maybe a new snack food or a new cereal we had seen a commercial about, and we'd ask if we could get it. My mom's response was always the same: as long as you're sure you'd like it. And what did she mean by that? Well, money was tight. She had absolutely no problem buying something for us, but she couldn't afford to buy something that we may not eat. I always knew my parents gave us everything they could. That if we couldn't get something, it's because they literally could not get it for us. So I quickly stopped asking because, one, I didn't want to end up having to eat something I didn't like, and it just wasn't worth the risk. Now, what's the long story short here? Or long story really long? It meant I was like in my mid to late 40s before I tried my first peach. There's still so many foods that I haven't tried. I was in my 30s before I had fruit salad. I love watermelon. I've eaten it at picnics. I've bought the sliced kind. I never bought a full watermelon. I wasn't even sure how to cut it up. I know I could have YouTubed that, but I didn't. I just cut it up, and it was so awesome. 57 years old, cutting up a watermelon for the first time. I'm not going to make fun of myself. I'm not going to beat myself up for that. That was my reality, but guess what? I can celebrate the first. So I would love to hear from you guys. You know what? Put in the comments. What's some firsts you've done? Yes, there's the amazing I traveled someplace and saw something for the first time, but what's the little first? Maybe you went for a walk on a new street, or went to somewhere, met someone new, whatever it is. I would love to hear it because those firsts are gifts straight from Creator. And we got to start noticing them and celebrating them rather than just listing off everything we can't do. I hope this second Facebook Live worked. I hope I'm not buzzing your ears off this time. I have no idea what that was. Any Facebook Live experts out there can tell me what the heck happened. I apologize, and hopefully next week I don't destroy your eardrums trying to do this. Take care of yourself. I love you. Chat with you next week. Bye-bye.